Okay, here we go.
Hello and welcome to Cooking with Josh, already in progress. Today, for our Christmas special, we are doing peppermint bark. It's a tasty chocolate treat that I've never made before, and it's going to be quite the experience. So the first step is to get yourself a pan, and you want to line it with tin foil. I'm not sure what the tin foil does, but it seems important because the recipe mentions it.
I bet it makes it so you can get it out of the pan.
Oh, it just popped right out of the pan. Oh, yeah. That's probably it. Anyway, we're going to grease it now, because that also says in the recipe to grease it.
Don't use the crumb side.
I won't use the crumb side. Alright, so we have that lovely greased. We got it greased and ready to go. I got margarine all over my hands. I'm gonna wash my hands. So after you've greased your pan, after you've lined your pan and then greased it, you're gonna want to melt down some chocolate. So if you come with me over to the stove, we have some chocolate already starting to melt. Oh, see, it's melting pretty good. We got lots of chunks of chocolate in here. And they're just melting down on a medium temperature.
Is that what the recipe calls for? Lots of chunks?
The recipe calls for 12 ounces of chocolate, but we're gonna cut the recipe in half, but not quite, because we're gonna do 8. Ho, 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 and the spatula. So have you ever tried peppermint bark, Shelby?
Probably. But I think only like a prepackaged kind.
Alright, we're gonna let this finish melting. I'm gonna get the peppermint extract measured out. The question is, can I do 3/4 of a tablespoon? Is that a tablespoon we have? 3/4 of a tablespoon?
No, you'll need a 1/2 and 1/4.
1/2 and 1/4. I'll have to get too dirty.
You could just use the smaller.
It doesn't have 3. Oh. No, it doesn't have for tablespoons. It goes teaspoons. Do you know how many teaspoons is in 1/2 a tablespoon?
1.5.
1.5. Are you sure? Or is it 2?
A tablespoon is 3 teaspoons.
Okay then, we can do this.
You want 2 teaspoons?
2 teaspoons?
Probably. Yeah, because you like, yeah.
Okay.
That's what you mean.
2 teaspoons of peppermint extract. That's a lot. We pour that into the chocolate. Okay, oh, I've got lots going on here. I gotta remove the chocolate from the heat before it burns.
You gotta keep stirring that. Don't worry about the friggin' peppermint.
Why is it hardening up? What happened?
I have no idea.
Why did it all of a sudden get super hard?
I don't know. Maybe because you didn't do it in a double boiler? Maybe because the peppermint extract?
I think it's the peppermint extract. Boom.
What the fuck?
we're gonna spread this out on here.
I think it's because you took it off the heat.
It was starting. No, it was going thick before that.
I think you left it on the heat too long. I have a lot of feedback. Do you want to start over? We have another thing.
Maybe. Do you think I put too much extract in?
No, well, I think for starters, you left it by itself on the heat too long. You needed to be stirring it more while you were off doing things.
What do you think? Do you think we should try again?
Yeah, it's obvious this isn't what it's supposed to be like, is it?
Alright, let's try again. Cut. Take 2. So we've got no name brand, semi-sweet, pure semi-sweet. We have no name brand chocolate, and we're gonna melt it down better this time. Follow me to the stove. Alright, we're gonna go.
You also need to break these into smaller pieces.
It melted fine the first time.
No, it didn't.
Yeah,
you saw what happened. Okay.
We got to the melted mixture. Everything went wrong when we added the extract.
Okay, but like chocolate should melt more uniformly than this. Otherwise, like some of it's gonna burn, and you'll end up with something similar to the texture that you had.
I think it'll be fine. These are very hard to break apart.
Like I've made these mistakes before, and I've had to learn from them. And you're just like, I'm gonna ignore that. I'll make my own mistake.
It's gonna be fine. Josh tip, it's gonna be fine. How much you want to wager? It's gonna be fine.
$32?
$32. I don't know, it's a little steep for my blood. Look, it's melting perfectly fine, right? Like, look at it.
It's melting like really unevenly, and when the stuff that isn't melting melts, the other stuff will be like working its way to cooked, which is exactly how what happened before happens.
You're right about wanting to like keep an eye on it, and I'm gonna remove it from the heat when I add the.
You need to keep it on the heat. You have to keep it at an even heat if you want it to melt in and mix properly, so you can pour it and not start to get hard while you're stirring it. I can stop talking now, and you can do whatever you like.
I need your opinion.
Oh, now you need my opinions, eh? Now you need them.
Yeah, now I need them. Just because I need your opinions doesn't mean I'm gonna take your opinions. Look, it's melting perfectly. Look how delicious this looks.
You know what looks delicious? Like a Big Mac in a commercial that's all made of like glue and plastic. Looks aren't everything.
Alright, I'm getting ready to add the peppermint. That was the stage where everything went wrong last time.
Just because that's the stage where it went wrong doesn't mean it's the only ingredient that went wrong.
Alright.
Okay, you need to work quickly if you've taken it off the heat.
So we're going to pour it on the pan. Okay. Good? Satisfactory?
Is it thin enough?
Should it be thinner?
I don't know.
It says to do it by a 10-inch by 10-inch square.
Oh. You thought that little oval was a 10-inch by 10-inch square?
No, that wasn't a square. Alright, how's that look?
That looks good. Now we have to do it all again with the white?
We have to do it all again with the white. No, not the peppermint. It doesn't say add peppermint to the white.
Okay.
But we're going to put this in the fridge for about 8 to 10 minutes. Let it harden up. And then we'll put the white on top. Film away. Breaking apart the white chocolate. This is Baker's white chocolate.
That was all they had. Would have been No Name if I could have gotten No Name.
No Name is the bomb. No Name is no way affiliated with Josh&Food.
Alright, so I discovered something during the break. You were right, ultimately. You were right, and I was wrong. I thought because I know more about this than you, I was right, but I was wrong. Seizing, the nearly instantaneous transformation of melted chocolate from a fluid state to a stiff, grainy one, is usually the result of a tiny amount of moisture being introduced. It was absolutely the peppermint extract that did it.
Too much peppermint extract. So Josh tip, always use the right measurements. Get these suckers melted. We got some white chocolate. We're gonna melt it down. Ho ho ho, Santa Claus. Ho ho ho, Santa Claus. Santa Claus. It's like a puppet show. Have you been very naughty this year?
I don't like this puppet show. 2 thumbs way down.
That's okay, the chocolate's already starting to melt. Now, luckily, we don't have to add. Luckily, we don't add any moisture to this chocolate, so there's no risk of it seizing up as you put it.
That was, well, how Google put it, but yeah.
That being said, this isn't melting as nicely.
It's because it's white chocolate. It's made up of different things, so it melts different.
White chocolate melts differently than regular chocolate because it's made up of different things.
Yeah.
I didn't think you said it loud enough.
I do think you could give it a minute to get a little warm.
You dance now. Viewers at home, dance party! There will be music put in the background.
Will it go with your dancing?
Probably not. It'll probably be like a quiet acoustic sound. A bossa nova seems really popular with me.
Which one is that one? Hum it.
I don't know.
Oh.
It's too complex for my humming abilities. There we go. Now it's starting to look like melted chocolate. Alright, it looks ready, hey?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good texture.
Although
what?
Like, are you ready? Are you ready to go? Are you
Yeah.
ready to pour?
Well, it's not out yet.
Yeah, exactly. So just
Go, go, go!
here.
Alright. Now it's ready. So we're gonna pour this right on top of the dark chocolate.
You're just gonna melt the whole thing, yeah.
It's gonna mix a little bit, but the candy cane will cover that. Yeah, now we're gonna sprinkle candy cane, crushed candy canes right on top. Think that's too much candy cane?
I think you could use some more in this area. Looks like a pizza.
Oh, it does! Alright, so we're gonna put this back in the fridge for 1 full hour. That's 1 whole hour. If you got some, like, laundry to do, or maybe you've got, like, I don't know, an oven to clean or something, now might be a good time to, get some chores done.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna smoke. We'll be back here in 1 hour.
Wait, do you want to do that again? With your finger in the frame?
Down here?
Yeah.
We'll be back here in 1 hour. While you're waiting, please enjoy this lovely Christmas display and these lovely Christmas lights that I saw over the weekends of December.
No, that's nothing.
So it's been about 1 hour, and we're going to take it out of the fridge now. So that's our after 1 hour of hardening. Now the recipe says just to break it, so I've got this breaker that I'm going to just kind of... No.
What if you lifted up the tinfoil and cracked it?
That kind of worked.
Oh.
Oh, just break it. Much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, you should use a Christmas plate. I don't know where they are.
They're up here. Thank you. Alright, ready for the taste test?
Yep.
Mmm. That peppermint really comes through. That's quite tasty. We need some close-up shots.
I like it.
Me too.
Good work.
So, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, remember to hit that subscribe button. If you want to know exactly when we post, it's every Friday at 4 o'clock Mountain Time. Most importantly, I want to thank you all for watching. This has been Cooking with Josh, Peppermint Bark. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Anything else?
I think you got it all.